Hey, what's up, guys? This is John. Today we are back at you with another real estate video. So if you've ever wondered how you can level up your financial future with real estate investing, you're in the right place. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 benefits of investing in real estate. Let's go. All right, welcome back to my channel. I'm John Lewis. Again, as I mentioned, we are going to be talking about the top 5 benefits of investing in real estate. Number 1, we are going to kick it off with the cash flow or the monthly income, and the short answer is going to be your income minus your expenses. But we all know that cash flow is deeper than that. You should be setting aside for your maintenance, your vacancy, your repairs, your taxes, and your insurance. If they're not already included in your mortgage, set that aside, because at the end of the year, you don't want it to be a burden to have to come up with that money to pay your taxes. Here in St. Louis, our taxes are pretty low, but you may have a property out in the county or the suburbs where it can be $1,000, $1,200, $1,400, and now you have to worry about coming up with that, as opposed to setting a little bit aside every month instead of letting your tenant help sort of force you into a savings plan for your taxes. Also, your vacancy, whenever the unit turns, you want to have the money set aside to be able to all hands on deck, be able to turn that property in 30 days. So you want to set aside funds for that, especially after what we just had with the C-19. And if tenants are ever allotted a time periods where they don't have to pay, you need reserves in order to float, because you still have to take care of the asset, you still have to make your monthly mortgage payment. So it's very important to make sure you're setting aside, treating your real estate investing like a business, not a hobby. So again, number 1 is going to be the cash flow, and just make sure that we're setting funds aside for those appropriate responsibilities that we need to take care of. Next up is going to be the asset appreciation. And what's the rule of thumb? Real estate is proven to increase in value time over time. However, that has to be nurtured, right? And you should be hardening your asset every year. And I'll give you an example. So let's say that I live in a neighborhood, the properties in my neighborhood are appreciating, the values are going up. However, I don't put a dime into my property. I got a leak in the roof. I need a paint job. My gutters are falling down. I have old windows from when I inherited the house from my grandma that I never changed. I never put into the house. So why should the house put into me now? So with that being the case, I'm not going to be able to take full advantage of that appreciation that's going on. For one, if somebody's coming to buy my property, they may not even be able to qualify for conventional or FHA financing. Also, now I have to compete with all of the other properties on the market. What would make someone want to buy my property as opposed to another property where people have been putting money into it? And I can tell you what will make someone want to buy mine, and that's I have to either discount my property or give somebody great terms. So if that's the case, I have not taken advantage of a golden rule of real estate, and that's that it appreciates over time. So if you want to fully recognize that appreciation, you want to make sure that you're hardening your asset, taking care of your asset, putting into it to where if it does ever come a time that you need to liquidate, or you need to pull out, or you need to be comparable with the way that the neighborhood is shifting, you can do so because you put into the property. Also, take into account the certain neighborhoods. There are neighborhoods to where your property can be worth the same at year 1 and worth the same at year 10, because nothing has really changed on the real estate landscape there, as opposed to other neighborhoods where they may see drastic appreciation. So that will come into play also. So that's number 2, is going to be your asset appreciation. Your third benefit is going to be, and this is probably one of the top reasons that people choose to invest in real estate, and that's that it provides a tax shelter for you. So you can deduct depreciation and lower your taxable income. Further information about that and advantages, you'll want to talk to your CPA or your attorney about it. But that's a big reason. That's huge. It's some of the tax benefits that real estate offers. Number 4 is going to be leverage. So you can use OPM, which can be the bank's money. It can be hard money, it can be private money, but you can use other people's money to help grow your rental portfolio. And you can use other people's money to fund a fix and flip that you have going on. or you can use other people's money to maybe fund the gap. Maybe you have a relationship with a hard money lender, you have a deal, but your hard money lender needs you to put 10% down, and they need you to cover the overhead and pay your monthly interest. So you may need to bring in a partner or another lender in order to finance that gap if you don't have it. But all of those are just examples of using other people's money, and that's what. And why do they want to lend to you? Because real estate, it's a tangible asset. It's something that can be it can be liened up, L-I-E-N-D, L-I-E-N-E-D. So yeah, it's tangible. It can be used as collateral. So banks love to lend on it. Investors love to lend on real estate as opposed to just lending on some business idea. Real estate is something tangible that people can lend in, and so that's why it's so big. And there's a lot of OPM that floats around the real estate space. Also, real estate allows you to be able to put down as low as 3.5% on an FHA loan, or you can go up to 20% on a conventional loan, and you've put down a portion, but you get to control 100% of an asset. So that's awesome. So leverage is number 4 on the list of 5 benefits of real estate investing, and number 5, we're going to come in at third-party debt paydown. So you go into the bank, you sign on the dotted line, you show them your tax returns, your W-2s, everything to qualify for the loan. You tell them that you'll make the payment for the next 30 years, and you get to take that responsibility and basically have your tenants service that loan. In exchange, you are providing housing for the tenant, but you get to have someone else service the loan, and you get to recognize the cash flow after we set aside what we talked about earlier, but you get to recognize that cash flow and grow your rental portfolio. Also, you get to recognize the equity that builds up as the tenants pay down your mortgage. So those are just 5. Let me know if I'm missing any. Those are my top 5. You may have another top 5. You may have a top 7. You may have a top 3. But just to recap, the top 5 benefits that we have for today for investing in real estate is going to be your cash flow, your monthly income, your asset appreciation, the tax shelter that real estate provides, the leverage that real estate provides, and the third-party debt paydown. So again, I'm John Lewis. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers here on YouTube, so if you can please help me do that, that would be great. And my goal is 1 video every week, so you guys hold me to it. You guys are my accountability partner. So I'll see you next week on next week's real estate video.